interception and knowing right here, he's got to play some clean ball.
Another carry for him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
First time this game they've looked to him. And that brings up 4th and long. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. And it's their 5th-year quarterback leading the charge.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, big old win last week. Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Crosses midfield, still going. And he's down to the 42-yard line. Pushing the pace right away to start the game. Going to the ground again on first. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Dulcich hauls it in. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll throw on first. Watson with the catch. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 2nd and 4. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Setting up to try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Raiders and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And he's been somebody who can get the scoring done with his legs just as much as his arm. You can see he's top 5 for touchdowns among NFL QBs. And that's good for a gain of 5. Play stopped by Damone Clark. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first. Looking to the air here. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up 2nd down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. That pass is complete to McBride. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That was Micah Parsons making that play. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. They'll throw it. That's caught for the first. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26. Working inside the red zone. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders reach pay dirt for the first time this game. That one right down the middle. And the Raiders tie this game 7-7. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Returning in from the 16. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. That's the end of one. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They'll begin the quarter with 2nd and 8. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
19, Tiger, 19.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He put everything he had in. That's complete inside the 35. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. To throw here on first down. He's got Watson. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a first and goal. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Not in a time crunch just yet, but they're hurrying to the line anyway. Still sticking with the passing game. He's got it! And in for the Dallas touchdown! So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. Fits it through the middle. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
He's got a man left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They'll try and punch it in. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Raiders at a deficit. So now here's 3rd and goal. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Short kick here, fielded at the 17. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Cowboys and this running back headed back out for a new series. And with the end of the season in sight, he's looking for a strong finish to capture that NFL rushing crown. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. Trying to work quickly now. From the 31. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Back to throw. He lets one fly deep downfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose.
Fucking drop this. Fucking drop it.
Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up 4th and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
That one intended for Trey McBride. And now they face 2nd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Hits his running back. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Here's a give up the middle. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 2nd chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal.
Oh,
They're running again. And he's in for the touchdown. The Raiders get some late points and the lead. That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders push their lead to 3. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Kick taken in here at the 17. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Cowboys taking over on offense. Not much time left before halftime. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the half. That's enough time to put something together. This play goes for 36. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running. Here's 2nd and 7. He's throwing deep to the left side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down. He'll throw it.
Oh my God.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance. Pass play now. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. Back now, pressure on its way. Finds him on the crossing route. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Has the direction, but not the distance. It falls just short. Well, the teams are ready. The fans are ready. Let's give the people what they came here for. We'll jump past halftime and get right back to the game. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return starts from the 16. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The Cowboys back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season. Sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. And another small 4-yard chunk there. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Back to the well again. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. Offense working quickly. Dialing up a pass here on 3rd down. Hauled in left side. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. Lone back gets the handoff. Down the sideline inside the 30. And they'll finally bring him down at the 22. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They give it to him again. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. Offense in the hurry up here. From the 20 on 2nd down. That's caught at the 4. Touchdown, Dallas. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Returning it from the 4. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Pass play on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the set. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down. throwing from the gun here. Has it downfield, working the left. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And this will be his second effort of the contest. He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. The Cowboys returning their offense and this running back to the field. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. It goes as a pickup of 37 yards. And it'll be first down, Dallas. And this is now a 100-yard game for him after that last carry. Man, what a strong day he's had running it for this offense. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. Offense in the hurry up now. 2nd and 1. Throw left side, complete. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Good offenses, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
This throw is caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal. Here's the handoff. Is in. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys drive their lead to 11. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Return coming from the 6. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. On 1st down, they'll run. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 32. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. They'll try and throw it here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Trayvon Diggs has got it. Cowboys will take over as he picks off his 10th pass of the season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6.
And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas.
To the bathroom.
Cowboys have likely locked up the win right there.
You go to the bathroom?
That one splits the
That's what I said. Did he go in the bathroom?
And the Cowboys push their lead to 18. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Return coming here from the 12. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And this game might be going better if he... A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography.
And he hauls it across for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders get it back to within 2 possessions. That one right down the middle. And the Raiders make it an 11-point ball game. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This taken from the 12. Escapes a defender. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Even with this lead, keeping the pedal down. The give here on 2nd. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Everybody rushing back to the line. They'll run here on 1st down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. Give now to the running back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. 2nd and 13. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked up by Peyton Wilson. A lot of grass ahead. And the Raiders have some new life in the 4th.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, to put that opposing offense right back out there, still reeling from that interception.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. They'll send him up the middle. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Offense up to the line fast. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Cowboys will take over as he picks off his 10th pass of the season.
So that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up.
Cut at the 20-yard line. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys make it a 3-score game in the 4th. That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys push their lead to 18. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Fielded at the 7. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. The Raiders have their offense back out there. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. This ball's cut by Bowers.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him.
Put the body on the line for the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. New set of downs for him at the 38. To throw here on first down. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Tried getting that one to Brock Bowers. And it sets up second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Cut out left. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Has it at the 7. He has the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Oh, did the Raiders get to that one? They're saying yes, and the officials agree. Raider football. Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore, but he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Let's go now. Hut, hut.
Right up the gut. Pushing for the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. And he has just earned something most running backs are never lucky enough to even approach. This is now a 200-yard showing for him on the ground. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Take go.
They give it to him up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Frontalis touchdown. The Cowboys have likely locked up the win right there. That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys push their lead to 18. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Cowboys take possession of the football.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. Another chance for him. And he's brought down for a loss. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Has it down close. And in for the Dallas touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Brings in the kick at the 9. And look at this return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. dumps it off to his running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Offense to the line for second down. He's dropping back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. It is Cup, left side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. On now comes their punter. Bryce Behringer, the one to send it away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That one in the books is a 48-yard punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's going to lob one deep down the left sideline. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
Well, that window was open down the field, but this league is so fast. And these defenders, well, they closed the gap before that throw could arrive.
2nd and 10 now. He's looking deep once again. And it's incomplete, but hey, who cares? They've got the lead, and we are out of time in this one. So it's a win for the Cowboys. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week.
I think